At first glance, the cover of Prateek Kuhad's latest EP, Cold Mess, seems outright romantic. The artwork depicts two lovers, bodies intertwined in a deep and lasting kiss, oblivious to the world around them. Take a closer look though, and you'll see that the couple is actually underwater, drowning as their embrace drags them further and further beneath the surface. In a flash, ecstasy has turned to agony, and the love that once nourished and sustained them now seals their tragic fate. Just like Cold Mess, almost all of Prateek Kuhad's music has a rather sad, dark, despairing undertone to it. Be it his acoustic roots or dreamy, echoing indie pop and rock tracks, Prateek's music will always leave you with a longing feeling of separation or loneliness. For some odd reason, I personally do not mind it that much. My only real struggle with his music is sharing it with other people. Prateek draws major inspiration for his style of music from Elliott Smith. Over his decade-and-a-half long career, ending with taking his own life at 34, Smith came to be known as the voice of the misfits. While Elliott Smith's most famous work, Either Or, went on to earn him an Oscar nomination, the album was known to be notoriously intimate and personal by fans. Prateek builds on this intimacy quite well himself. With his astute lyrics layered on to sublime melodies and a deceptive simplicity, his songs attempt to cut through the commotion, musing on love and the little things in life that inevitably define us. He speaks to you not as a singer, but as an old friend, whispering into your ears that not everything in life is going to be alright. There will be pain and sadness.
कितने वादे कितनी बातें बाकी हैं, कितने दिन और कितनी रातें बाकी हैं, इन परछाइयों से बदल भी जाऊं तो मैं बेफिक्र हूँ, मदहोश हो भी जाऊं तो तुम जब पास आती हो.
Talking about the lyrics, more often than not, his songs are inspired from his personal experiences or are trying to finish a story he's trying to tell, inspired from his life encounters. The singer is always the central subject of his songs, narrating a story and making it feel like you're being let in on a secret, adding a certain character, a life to his songs. This distinctive uniformity is so common in his music that it's difficult to say sometimes where one song ends and the other begins, but each assuring you a sense of comforting intimacy, speaking on your behalf the things you're not ready to talk about, or sad, dark moments from your past you want to relive for that brief moment in time. Now look, the thing is, it is far easier to sustain a state of sadness, a depressed mood over being happy. However, an overly elongated and untreated sadness can demotivate an individual to not seek the joys of life. You might even feel guilty being happy when you know others have or are suffering. So here, music-evoked sadness plays an important role in emotional regulation.
I wish I could leave you, my love, but my heart is a mess.
Research argues that exposing yourself to sad music evokes pleasant emotions such as bliss and awe, along with sadness, and is more likely than happy music to release hormones such as oxytocin and prolactin, which are associated with mood recovery. Recovery here is reminiscent of the construct of catharsis, which satisfies the need to release emotional distress and provide relief. However, whether indulging in sadness helps one enter a state of cognitive processing or deepens one's sorrow depends upon the personal and social resources available for moving on. This is where Prateek's music comes in. The strong sense of intimacy through honest and relatable lyrics and the soothing magic of soft pop allow his listeners to mirror their feelings and unspoken emotions, to enter a state of catharsis and feel their pain as somebody else, sympathize with themselves, and walk out of each song a little bit more self-aware and hopefully a little bit stronger, more compassionate towards their own self. Establishing this sense of intimacy goes beyond music for Prateek. For instance, his mailing list subscribers were the first to receive his latest 6-track EP as a surprise release. They, and not his official social media accounts, were also the first to announce the release of the EP to the wider public. This direct connection and interaction with his listeners is also evident in his style of live shows. Rather than doing the standard launch tour, he spent 10 days after the release of Cold Mess playing cozy house gigs in 10 cities. While this might look like an attempt at creating exclusivity, it reinforces that idea of intimacy between the singer and his listeners. What Prateek tries to offer us with his music is little escapes from the harsh realities of everyday struggles. It is that depressing feeling of separation, loneliness, where we can be still, conserve our energy, and feel some self pity. It is where we can wait to lick our wounds, heal, or be rescued before returning to the challenges we perceive as the recurring battles of living. It puts us face to face with our sadness and gives us that much needed closure, only to emerge with a smile in our eyes.
Hi there. I hope you enjoyed that video. I have linked all my sources under the like button here. I have made this as part of a 9-video series, and I plan to make more videos on themes around pop culture, policy, music. So consider subscribing if that's your thing. See you in the next one.